A lot of questions about who it is after Jay. What are you seeing out of that bunch?
There's just a bunch of hard runners. Coach Riddle's an awesome coach for them, and obviously Jay's a great example to look at every single day. So he's got all those running backs running hard, running downhill, and making good cuts and whatnot.
Who gives you guys the most trouble trying to tackle?
I mean, all of them. There's quite a few of them now, and so now we've gotten to a little bit of scout team. So we've got different running backs running at us, but there's so many different. I mean, I can't just name one name for you.
I assume you're going to play on some special teams. What do you expect out of these special teams? There'll be new look as well, I assume, with the offensive defense.
Well, as a linebacker and just defensive player in general, we're usually on the special teams. It's kind of a main role you want to be on. So they should be good. We got quite a bit of us on them, and I'm on a few myself. So special teams are obviously a huge part of the game itself. So we'll definitely be working on those.
So Huff is still here, but Riddle is new. How much different are the special teams from what you guys were doing last year?
Not much different. I mean, you always try to keep it as simple but as aggressive as possible. So obviously there's different plays or different looks, but it's not too much different. It's not too hard to learn.
When you got Shane and Dante and Brian Douglas and maybe Jay Ajayi back there returning kicks,
it all makes you want to just go even harder, knowing that there's a guy back there that could break it for the end zone at any point in the game. So that's always extremely nice to have a guy back there that you know that can make someone miss, even if you do by any chance mess up.
What do you see in the Ole Miss offense? What do you think are the biggest challenges in facing them?
Well, they got a bunch of big guys and some skilled players on the outside. A big run game. They pretty much got a lot of it. We haven't gotten too in depth into stuff yet, but for what I see so far, they seem like they have a pretty skilled offense and experienced quarterback. So we'll be going against a pretty good offense.
As somebody who's gone against your offense here for a couple of weeks, when they talk about returning to the old Boise State offense, what's that meant to you guys as defensive players?
Hopefully we just scored a lot of points. I mean, the more points the offense scores, the better it is for us. And if one side of the ball has momentum, the other side has it. Whether it's the defense gives it to the offense, or the offense gives it to the defense. So, I mean, if we're able to go out there and keep leverage with the game and be able to hold the ball for longer, then I think it'll end up turning out for us.
As a defender, more confusing, tougher to figure out exactly what they're trying to do to you this year than maybe last year?
Yeah, well, we got some shifts and motions, some different stuff that we might have had, and even so, we got a little bit of stuff that Ole Miss has been doing. So we've been able to see a little bit of stuff that throughout camp that Ole Miss has been doing, so it will help a little bit too.
Nice to turn your attention. You guys had a pretty grueling camp for a couple weeks. Nice to kind of turn your attention towards Ole Miss.
Yeah, it is amazing to be able to do that. Just going against your own offense for a month straight can get pretty lackadaisical, but now being able to focus on someone's team and really start game planning and looking at different little things, it's really what makes the game so much fun, is all that studying you get to do about an opponent.
That quarterback's been very productive. What's he done that makes him so effective?
He's just a great leader out there. Obviously, being a senior, he has the experience. He's a good runner, and he's got great confidence back there as well. So he'll be a difficult quarterback, but it'll be good.
They've got a lot of 300 pounders. I think everybody's at least 300 pounds. What's the challenge for a defensive front and linebackers when you're facing a line that's that big?
Well, there's just a bunch of big guys. I mean, we got big guys on our team just as well. So, I mean, you got to think if you're bigger, then you might not be able to move as well, and if you move well, you might not be as bigger. So there's obviously positives and negatives to each situation, but I mean, that's just the SEC for you. You got big old dudes back there.
Ben, maybe you could talk about just the offseason and all the change that you guys went through, and what does it mean that now's the time to put all that behind and focus on wins and losses, really?
Well, the greatest thing was it really wasn't too big of a change, since a lot of these coaches have been here before. So a lot of just the little things, the way we did stuff around here, didn't really change that much, which was really, really nice. And so we were able to just kind of push past the whole new coaches thing and really focus on our main objective, and that's winning games.
Does it feel like it's been a long off season at all?
Not really. I mean, time flies no matter what. I mean, this summer blew by. Obviously, fall camp already over. It's unreal to think, the game's in 8 days now or 7 days. So.
How do you look another year where your opener is a big one? I mean, how do you
approach
of sets the standard for the whole season. I mean, if you look at last year, obviously lost to Washington and then didn't really have a very good season. So if you're able to go out and win the first game, especially a big one like this, and versus a big time opponent, then you definitely get the confidence as a team, and I think you're able to just keep going off of that and keep the ball rolling.
How do you like opening up against a team like that, not having maybe a lesser team to start with? You got to be good right out of the
Yeah, I love that. It just kind of shows, which team's prepared more and which team's just ready to go. I mean, obviously they'll probably have 30,000 more people there than us. It's almost like a home game, but it'll be good for us. I mean, just to show what we're really made of as a team.
But Wallace was quoted as saying that they don't know what you guys are going to do. They're watching some A&M film. That they really have no idea. How much do you think that's going to be an advantage for you guys that they don't know how Marcel's going to call the game or what you have?
Big time advantage. I mean, we got coaches from all over, but they all have connections with each other. So we're all connected as a team, but yet we have different ideas coming from different places, which should help quite a bit.
What has having all these former Broncos on the staff brought to the program?
Just I can just see the emotion they have for the program, and you can tell that they really, really want to win, and they really want to get this program back to where it used to be, because it's not just they're here coaches, fighting to keep their jobs. They're fighting to, turn a program back around, a city back around to where, we were going 13-0 and, going to the Fiesta Bowl. And so you can really see that desire and that will to get back that way.
What was your first impression